vendor. Welcome to this show. It's called Selling Like a Vendor. This is a show which was brought to you by The Chartered Vendor. The Chartered Vendor is now a company, by the way. It was a book, but right now it's now a company, and today I'm very fortunate enough to be joined by the managing director of The Chartered Vendor. So our goal is very big as The Chartered Vendor. We want to train at least 1 million Africans in the next 10 years. That's our goal, and we're going to do it. We want to train people in South Africa, we want to train people in Zimbabwe, Namibia, Angola, Kenya. Because what I noticed is the major difference is Africa and other states like the developed world. You look at your Japan, America, India, etc. Their strength is on sales. If you can get into China today, if you can get into America, you can notice what I'm actually telling you right now. So, welcome, Madam Beauty.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jenny.
How are you doing?
I'm very well.
How was the day how was the week?
It was very good. It was very productive.
Great.
Yes.
So, you are recently, I noticed, congratulations, you are now the managing director of the Chartered Vendor. So, maybe you can actually share with our viewers the vision of the Chartered Vendor. What is it?
Okay. Basically our vision is to actually empower everyone, every organization, every individual with selling skills, because like we always say, selling is a way of life. And if you notice that in Zimbabwe, people have always viewed sales as a stepping stone to building a career. But we are saying you can't do anything without sales. You can have your degree, but if you're not able to sell yourself to me, you can't get a job, you can't get into a relationship. You can't have anything if you're not able to negotiate.
So what's the difference? Sorry to cut you short. What's the difference between there are sales trainers or the so-called sales trainers who are not even in business? They are also not even in sales themselves. What's the difference between the Chartered Vendor and maybe other sales trainers who are out there?
Okay.
What's the difference? It's our practice. Are we teaching people theory, or are we going to teach people practical?
Okay. We are more concerned on teaching people the practical aspect of sales. Why? Because I can give content to everyone. I can give people notes, I can give people books to read. But the way they understand is a bit different. You find Beauty by understanding in her own way, Jerry by understanding in their own way. And when it comes to implementation, disaster. Because I might have understood in my own way, which is the wrong way, and Jerry would have understood the correct way. When it comes to implementation, it's compromised now. But we focus on teaching people the aspect of appreciating the practical side of selling and why is it important for them to learn. And we customize it to suit your organization. Because you find we can be in the same industry, but the way we sell, our selling process is different. The challenges that we face are different. Maybe you are at a larger scale, I'm at a small scale. So if we generalize the training, it's never going to benefit anyone. It's never going to be valuable, to be precise.
Okay, so thank you so much. It's going to be practical. You're supposed to do the implementation. So some of the people out there might need to know, maybe before we go deeper into sales topics or the sales modules, I think we need to talk to our people to say, what is it they are supposed to expect, especially on this show, and what also they are supposed to expect when they are going to hire us as their sales trainers, or maybe they've hired us to craft a sales strategy for them. So people might also say, our critics, people out there, our viewers can also say, give us an example of how your sales training will be practical. Maybe you can give us an example how we are doing it with other companies. Is it bringing results? Is there a change in terms of revenue, etc., etc.? So just maybe try to give us an example, because I can say no. I think I'm tired of people are just going to speak English to me.
Yes.
And ours also, remember, we also need to teach people in our native language. We're just going to use the English on this platform because, as we said, we want to cover the whole Africa. We're targeting 1 million, at least 1 million Africans out of maybe close to 1 billion people. We want to have to empower at least 1 million salespeople. If you've got about 1 million salespeople, I tell you, Africa can transform. So, what is it you're actually teaching in your
Okay.
Yeah, but we can use native language as you go, like when you engage us, maybe when you're in Zambia, we can use Nyanja.
Yes.
We're also going to have sales trainers who will be speaking Bemba, in Zimbabwe, Shona, in South Africa, Soto, isiZulu, etc. So how practical is it? For example.
Okay. So like I said, we customize. We first understand the challenges and then we customize modules. In the modules, we get to make you understand why the modules are very valuable, are a need for you to be able to understand them. And then, if I'll give an example, I can just tell you to prospect, but you don't know how.
Yep.
So we work together to understand the theoretical aspects of the training. We work together to do the practical aspects. So I don't say do as I say, but I say do as you do. We do together. We call together. If it's calling, we call together so that we experience objections, rejections together, and we'll teach each other how to professionally handle them. So basically, they are practical in the aspect that we get to do the training together. We get to understand the highs and the downs of the training in such a way that it will be well appreciated. And you asked about the clients that we have they've been realizing value. We have actually worked with more than 20 clients, and from them it's actually excitement after excitement. Not because they get a chance to train with us, but they're getting results, practical results. We managed to solve their challenges. That's number one. They are realizing productivity from each and everyone. Because you find that we can say as Standard Vendor Partners we've made 50 billion as revenue. But if it's only 50 billion that came from beauty, it's making no sense. Why? Because we've got a sales team that's there. So they're actually getting to realize contributions from each and every member that is in the sales and the revenue as well.
Okay.
Because that's the key. That's the reason why we're doing sales.
Okay, so over the years, I've consulted a lot of companies. I think more than 4,500 thereabouts. There are plenty of companies too. Every day, we'll be consulting. We're always in sessions, consulting clients, helping them. What I've noticed, especially here in Africa, there's a challenge whereby most of the people, they don't even value having sales teams. And we can just we can go deeper into sales, but I've noticed that people are even hesitant. If you're going to ask an entrepreneur today, they're going to say, if you're going to say who is going to be the salesperson, usually they'll say, it's me who is going to sell.
Yes.
So I would like to maybe share with us, or share with our viewers your experiences. And I've told you my experience. I've noticed that the people, they don't value sales at all.
Yes.
They don't want sales teams. They feel that they can sell better than anyone else. But people are now forgetting that you are the managing director. Yes, your duty, your first skill which you're supposed to learn as a CEO, as a managing director, you need to learn sales. As a chief servant, we also need to learn sales. But maybe share with us your experience when you're moving around, interviewing people, sharing your experience, training people. What are you getting from the people?
Okay. I would like to agree with you. The first scenario that you mentioned, that we have one person who thinks they're able to sell, they're able to do operations, they're able to run the company. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. At times you have to convince them to realize that no, don't limit yourself, because as long as you think you're going to do everything, you are never going to strike a balance between running a company. You're never going to strike a balance between running a company, selling in the business as well as the operations. Usually when you try chasing 5 kids, there's usually one side that lags. And in most cases, based on analysis, it's usually the sales, because they end up thinking that it's a secondary thing. But we forget that for us to grow as a business, for us to be successful, it is the sales. We don't have accounting when you don't have sales.
That's true.
We don't have HR when you don't have sales. So basically we don't have an organization if we're not able to sell. And you can be good at convincing people, you can be good at selling, but eventually if your aim is to grow a business, that means when you want to achieve growth, you need to be able to get salespeople, because you are never going to sell like our vision. I'm never going to sell to the million people and train them.
Exactly.
And run the Standard Vendor Partners. It will be a dream that will never be in an event to come true. It will be a senseless dream. Also, building castles in the air, to be precise.
Exactly.
So basically, you need a team to support you. I'll tell you, my mentor is the best salesperson that I've ever come across. But in all the SBUs that he has more than 20 salespeople. So I'm saying, if he is the best salesperson, he should have said I would be the one to sell in all the SBUs. But
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, you have said it, and I think after the break we're going to demystify this thing called sales, and maybe because my understanding is I thought previously I thought that sales is for people who were sales consultants, sales executives, the president of sales, but I noticed that no, I think sales is for everyone. You need these skills even in your life. So right now actually we're taking a short break. I'll see you after this break. Thank you. Welcome guys, it's Jerry here, and today, as I said before the break, we are hanging out with Beauty Perai. She's our managing director at the Chartered Vendor. So what we need to know to do is we want to discuss everything sales, and today we just said we need to take time to know the vision of the company. What's the mission? What's the agenda? What do they really want to do as the Chartered Vendor? Where do they want to go with this thing called sales? So we said it before, we want to target the whole of Africa, we want to bend down Africa, we want Africa to be one of the best continents in the world. We have got the resources, we've got all the resources.
Yes.
We are stronger in terms of our bodies, I think in terms of endurance.
Yes.
Have you ever noticed even when they're doing athletics, Africa is always the best in terms of doing those long distance runs. Even those short distance. Usain Bolt is an African. You look at I think there's Johnson in America, is black. It's very difficult to see a white man, I'm not being racist, winning athletics. We are strong as Africa.
Yes.
We are also intelligent, but where are we missing it? So we have found the secret, which was being hidden from us all these years. It's all about our governance. Forget about it. We can change our president as much as we can. But the secret is on sales. The secret is people, they need to know how to sell.
That's true.
So, yes, what's selling maybe? Maybe for someone, for a layman who has just joined us, what is sales?
Okay. We like to say selling is a way of life. Why? Because selling is the art of being able to convince, to negotiate, not negotiation yema hasla. You could say, I'm selling this at $100.
Exactly.
You can get it. No. Negotiating isn't getting to an agreement. Yeah. So basically selling is getting your way through putting effort.
Okay.
That's basically what I think.
Okay, so maybe we're supposed to learn this skill. As we are trying to enroll the 1 million people in Africa, are doctors involved?
Yes.
Are chartered accountants involved?
Yes.
Are videographers involved?
Most definitely.
Are accountants also involved? Or we're just saying someone who carries a sales title?
No, everyone is involved. You can be a good doctor. You carry all those masters, those honoraries, unlimited qualifications. If you're not able to convince me, it makes no sense. I'll give you an example. There are certain doctors that we know, if I want to go to the doctor, I'll ask, Jerry, do you have an idea of a good dentist? The reason why I have to ask, it means that someone was convinced that someone is good at this job. I would have gotten to Mbare or to downtown to just look for a dentist, but I need to look for a professional one.
Exactly.
But the only way that I'm going to realize that you're good at your job or you're professional is if you're able to convince me. Because I cannot give you my truth to show me that you're good.
Exactly.
You have to convince me. You have to sell yourself to me.
Okay. I think even today I had this a wonderful testimony from one of my clients who was saying, I think it was Takwana. Takwana came here. Shout out to Takwana Chikaranini, the founder of Send It To. He was here, and he actually said, "What do you give your receptionists?" Then I'm like, "We don't give them anything. What we just give them is the training because." He said, if I was going to leave money, I was going to leave money because of your receptionist. I was going to leave money because of your PA. It's because the secret is they are all sales people. Yes, they are at the reception. Your security guard is also supposed to be in sales.
Yes.
Because everyone, their focus is supposed to be, when you see someone at our company, we don't feel as if they are disturbing our peace, but we feel that they are customers, that the people are going to feed us.
Oh, yes.
So you're talking about how can someone be a professional in this skill called sales? Huh?
Okay.
What's the secret? Yes, you talked about your trainings, but what's the secret? What can I do for starters before maybe the chartered vendor has visited my company? What can I do for starters for me to start maybe gelling with you when you're speaking sales? We can now agree to each other to say, no, I think what she is saying, I can agree with that. Because like right now, if you say to someone, price is not an issue when you're selling, I think most of the Zimbabweans, they're going to beat you because they believe that it's the economy. People, they feel that someone is misgoverning the country somewhere up there. So what's the secret?
The major secret is a positive attitude.
Okay.
You mentioned that Chakwana came through.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure your receptionist didn't try to sell to him.
Actually, let us mention our receptionist. Shout out to Yuda.
Yes.
She did a fantastic job. Shout out to Audrey. They also did a fantastic job to the extent that our customers are happy, our clients are happy. Yes, it's a culture which we have actually inserted here to say everyone is supposed to smile at a client. Everyone is supposed to greet a client. When you see someone you don't know in the building, that's a potential money for us. So yes. I
was talking about attitude. Because attitude is what's going to determine those listeners if they find they're going to find our discussion very useful to them. Attitude is being able to feel responsible for everything. Getting to come to an understanding. Because if I don't get to agree that selling is a way of life, if I have a negative attitude, I'm like, no, my degree is well enough. So it starts from being able to realize that your attitude plays a role in whatever that you're going to do, because that's basically your state of mind. So how you take this discussion, how you take sales is determined by your attitude. You can be a good salesperson in form of speech, you can be eloquent in English, you can be vibrant. If you don't maintain a positive attitude, we can train you all you want, but you're never going to actually excel in sales, because that's the main characteristic that we look for in a salesperson.
But if you're going to ask someone today, everyone, I think everyone who's watching, they'll claim that they've got positive attitude.
Oh yes. Everyone, they will say they have a good attitude because they think if I'm happy sometimes, I've got a good attitude. I'll tell you one thing. When you grow up, you actually think attitude could change, because our grandmothers would say, yeah, it's because
like someone who can, if you maybe you want to be sent maybe to buy something, then you say, no, I don't want, or I'm tired, why are you sending me again?
Exactly.
But
basically attitude is actually positive or negative. It's the state of mind, because the way I'm going to respond to you is determined by my attitude, my state of mind. So we're saying that's the first thing that you have to look for in sales. That's the first thing that is going to separate you from just an amateur salesperson who is just there for just maybe the salary or just the title. It's the attitude.
Okay.
I'll tell you, for you to grasp the sales process, for you to grasp the skill, it's your attitude.
It's your attitude.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe if you can dive into it a little bit, how can I have that positive attitude? We are living in a country whereby the economy is a bit hard. Maybe I'm facing a lot of difficulties. Maybe I'm a husband. I was beaten by my wife in the evening. Then tomorrow I'm supposed to sell to clients who are also objecting me. How do I maintain a positive attitude?
Okay. There are certain characteristics that you're supposed to possess. Number one, you should be able to smile always. At first, it can be hard.
Yeah,
because I'll tell you one thing. When you try to smile.
Exactly.
It's hard. But you have to understand that you are in control of everything. You're in control. Yes, it may be hard at first, but try as much as you can to smile all the time. Smile all the time. Because one thing about attitude, at times you can't really tell how your face is actually expressing itself.
That's true.
Because I might think I'm feeling it inside.
Exactly.
And you're not seeing it, but it's actually portrayable on your face. So number one, make sure that you're always smiling.
Okay.
And try to see the positive side of every other situation.
Okay.
Because if you are to bring your problems, I'll tell you, we live in a life that comes with different problems.
Yeah.
Maybe you're sick, maybe like you were beaten, maybe you don't have money. But everyone else doesn't have to know that you don't have money. vakuru vaiti fukidza hapwa chakafukidza dzimba matenga. That means if you go outside the house, we should know what kuti vaitukana vairovana, they had a fight yesterday.
Exactly.
We don't care, because it's not like if you portray that you're sad, everyone is going to be comforting you. They don't care. So look at the brighter side. Yes, I was unhappy. I don't have money. What do I have to do to get money? So be positive. Try smiling all the time.
Yeah.
Smiling dilutes every other situation,
Okay.
hard or painful.
Ah, that's great. So for the sake of our viewers and for the sake of our listeners on our podcast, maybe they would want to know how can they actually get in contact with the chartered vendor? How can they get those sales trainings? Are they available in Zimbabwe, Zambia alone, or we are saying even in Kenya, in Swaziland? You can always get in touch with us. We can help with you. We can help with each other physically or on our, I think, virtually. We're now living in the world of technology, whereby trainings can be done anywhere, and if someone from Togo can actually access us. So where do they get to contact you? Do we have a website? Do you have contacts? Etc.
Yes, we've got a website, we've got a Facebook page, and we've got contacts. So our website is jerimonyazungu.com. They are able to actually reach out to our salespeople, and we've got our Facebook page, the chartered vendor, Jerimo Nyazungu. You're able to send a message, you're able to actually post, we'll get in touch with you. And most importantly, I can give them my direct line, 0774 592 874. If you're outside of Zimbabwe, it's +263 774 592 874. You're able to reach me any time of the day or the night.
So thank you so much, Beauty. That was a nice discussion. We're talking about sales. We're talking about selling like a vendor. We are saying Africa is a land of vendors. We've got a lot of them in Africa. They sell sweets, they sell bananas, they sell tomatoes. They're always in the streets. But we are saying we want to change that. We want to start selling in New York. We want to start selling in Wall Street. How can we do that? We can only do that if we know how to negotiate, to persuade. So until next time, always remember to subscribe. Remember to destroy that bell button. So if you want, these videos will be premiering every Monday, so you can get in touch with us. This is an educative which can transform your business for free. So also remember to join our podcast. So thank you so much. Until next time, is Jerry Mo Nyazungu, the chartered vendor, out.